Hey brothers and sisters of Christ, my name is Brianna and I'm just back with a short message here. So I was thinking about the other day, Judges. And in Judges, I was thinking about how God kept on sending prophets to the Israelites to free them from slavery. And every time he sent a prophet, it said they would have peace for, X amount of years. But when the prophet died, the Israelites will go back to their wicked ways. They will cry out to the Lord. And they'll go back to their wicked ways and be handed over to a king. And then they'll cry out to the Lord to be saved once again. And then the Lord will send another prophet. And it was just a cycle. And every time the prophet died, everything just like it was chaos. All chaos would break loose. But when the prophet was alive, they would have peace in the land. And something dawned on me when I heard that message. I thought about grandparents. Most of our grandparents were raised up in the church. They know the Bible like the back of their hand. They have a close relationship with the Lord. They are spiritual, right? And I thought about how when our grandparents, a lot of times when they pass away, the family falls apart and there's a lot of chaos going on. You ever heard somebody say like, ever since my grandmother died, mainly it's always like the grandmothers, but they're like, ever since my grandmother died, the family has not been the same. People's arguing, fighting, they don't get along. Nobody talks, like it's just not the same. And it made me think that our grandparents, those of us who have grandparents that were in the church and have a relationship with the Lord, was the glue to the family. They were the prophets. And when I say prophets, though, it's not like the literal, prophets, just like, if you know what I'm saying. They were the people that God raised up, okay, to be in his word, to protect the family. And when they leave, it's like our protection is gone. But another thing that I also realized with that is he's raising up new prophets. And when I say prophets, some of them may be literal prophets, but I'm not necessarily saying everybody is literal prophets. New prophets, though, like he's raising like the younger generation. I'm seeing so many people now. They're stepping into their callings. That's getting into our word and stuff and learning about God. And I'm noticing he's probably doing these things. Like we're next up. We're next up for the protection over the family. Especially those of us, my grandparents are still alive. My grandmothers are still alive, but they're older in age. So somebody has to take over as far as that protection. Obviously, it's going to be multiple people. But I noticed that God is raising people up. He's raising us up to be the protection and glue of the family, to cover the family spiritually. And when that dawned on me, I was just like, oh my goodness. Because we cannot deny the fact that a lot of times when grandparents die, it's just not the same. It's like things is just, our protection is gone, our spiritual protection. But now he's raising up the younger generation and it just goes on and on. Somebody has to keep the cycle going. Somebody has to teach the word and teach their children. And so it can go down and down in generations. A lot of us will forget about the word. A lot of people that was raised up and brought up will forget about the word, move on with their lives, and that's it. But God is calling us. God is calling a lot of his children right now. Young people. That's the thing. People don't even expect it because a lot of us are young. And he is calling us right now to be like the pillars of the family. The prayer warriors. He's raising us up. He's raising us up, y'all. It's getting real. So we must prepare and we must be obedient because we have to also understand and realize that it's not about us all the time. It's about other people. He's not just raising us up for us. He's raising us up for other people that need to hear what we have to say. Other people that need to see us walking in the spirit. Other people that need our prayers. He is raising us up, y'all. So we feel like God is raising you up. Step into it. Step into it. We the next up. Our generation is the next up. Our grandparents, a lot of them have passed or they're super, up in age. So God is starting a new generation of prophets, of vessels, disciples to lead. But that is all that I had, y'all. That is the word for today, and that came out of Judges. I don't have any scripture. This is supposed to be just a little short video. But y'all have a blessed day. See y'all next time.